The culture at Payette is very unique. So at Payette we have an open office environment. So we have our associate principals, principals, interns, young designers all sitting in an open office together. No one has a singular office. And it's great because it allows collaboration to happen naturally throughout the day. You can overhear different project teams discussing design. It allows you to informally engage with people throughout the day. We also have alcoves that border the interior of our office. So there's always projects pinned up, process work pinned up, and it gives people the opportunity just to have informal discussions, talk about design, and also invites everyone in the office to participate. So we're really not about singular authorship here, it's about collective authorship, really working as an office to talk about design. Something that is, I guess I've said this before, but unique to Payette is our building science department. So with Payette, our goal is not only to design, beautiful architecture, but also to have buildings that perform really well. So it's this focus on building performance and design that really sets us apart. And from the beginning, we work with our in-house building scientists to develop energy models, study performance, solar, glare studies that really, play a major role in how we design our projects. And that's something that we start early on from concept or schematic design, and we carry throughout. And even after a building is finished, we'll go back and we'll do post-occupancy studies and really try to analyze our buildings and see how they perform. We're constantly learning from what we design and how they're built and see how we can better our future projects. So the Young Designers Corps is very unique and special to Payette. It started about 20 years ago by a young designer, and it's a grassroots organization founded by young designers for young designers, and it runs autonomously from the leadership here at Payette. So the goal of the Young Designers Corps is to supplement young designers' professional development through educational opportunities, with the goal of elevating young designers to positions of leadership. So the things that the Young Designers Corps focuses on fall under 4 large umbrellas, would be knowledge sharing, licensure, mentorship, and culture. So we have a lot of events where our young professionals actually give presentations, or some of our construction tours are very popular, where we take people on construction sites, projects nearby, and they get to see construction throughout various stages. We also have a lot of our cultural events, which are fun, but we've coined the term that fun does not just equal fun. We found that a lot of great things come out of our fun cultural events, such as our annual bocce ball tournament or Thanksgiving potluck. There are ways to get everyone in the office together and start to break down those hierarchical barriers that may exist between senior leadership and younger staff. And throughout all of these events, it's really a platform for mentorship. So it's a way to engage with people at different levels at a more informal setting, and we found that creating those connections outside of the office carries back into the workforce. So it develops stronger communication, reinforced collaboration, and it just makes the design process as a whole even stronger.
A piece of advice that I'd like to give to a soon-to-be architect is that almost everything coming out of school is going to be new for you. So don't be afraid to ask questions and don't make assumptions, because there are real-world consequences to the decisions that you make with actually building. Take advantage of the collective knowledge of your firm, because and ask questions because people will want to help you and help you grow as an individual throughout your career. Don't forget to advocate for yourself, because sometimes people can get left behind. So it's important to basically let leadership know what you want to be doing and what you want to be working on. So a young architect would advocate for themselves, usually between projects, because you'll get put onto something, and you'll be working and trying to generally move through your IDP hours, or AXP hours now. And usually at a transition point between projects, you'll have the opportunity to talk with leadership about what you want to be working on next. And a lot of times they're trying to support your licensure, so they'll be looking to give you hours working where you need to, and on projects that you need to, and phases that you need to be working on. When balancing multiple offers, I think it's in the same way, some of the same decisions that you have to make as when you're looking for college. I think when I visited Syracuse, I kind of just knew that it was for me. Doing a campus tour, meeting some of the staff and some of the students. And I think the same experience happens when you tour firms and when you know, presuming that you have multiple offers, you've visited these firms. And so there's probably, you're just gonna really feel it that this is a group of people that wants to help grow your career. And that's really just a good balance for you. That's you know, they work on a program that you're interested in. And that there's just a collective knowledge that you think will support you.
Something that's very interesting about when you get into personal, explorations about what am I going to do in my career? Where am I going to go move forward? Am I going to become this architect that works, 70 hours per week? And then you realize you go into work and you don't have to push yourself to your physical extents where you're exhausted or you're overworked. You can actually just massage your mind, think throughout, work with people, collaborate, and have that balance in your life. And something that in school you don't think is possible, you learn when you get out. And you work with people that have families, they have children, they are part of clubs, they are professors, they do their side projects of installations or artwork, and you get this overload of just careers that just mix and match together that you didn't think was possible in school. You thought I had to just do architecture. So one thing interesting about the think tank studio is that you're in an environment that you're collaborating at all times. You're moving around, you're discovering that different people on different projects might be working on a new program that you didn't know about. So you test it, you try it, you ask, and you don't have one single authorship. It isn't Mark's project. It isn't Steven's project. It isn't Catherine's project. It's our team's project. And it's even from the level of as an intern, all the way throughout towards the principal, that you have this constant collaboration together to create something. Diversity is everything. It's not just where you're from or what you do. And something that we constantly discuss, even in our offices, that it is something that we don't want to advocate to single out one type of idea of whatever diversity is. We want to say that this is like our think tank, collaborative. We're not going to exclude people because they're not diverse enough of whatever anyone else defines as diverse. We want to say that you came in, you brought something, and each individual in themselves are diverse. And Boston has that, which is actually very different because you have so many schools that explore and research, and you have so many different programs that go around that people would not have known about if they weren't in that sort of environment. And architecture is moving in that direction, and Payette is moving forward with that. So as an international student, you learn a lot about what you can and cannot do. And it's something that you will be constantly learning because I'm international in the US, but there are a lot of people I've met that from the US that want to go work in Europe or go work in Asia. And they have the same struggles. And what makes a difference is that if you find a company or a group of people that can see your talent and want to cultivate it with you and grow, plant the seeds, and help you actually develop your career where you want to be. And it's something that especially where we work right now at Payette, it's like you meet people from all over, and they might be Americans that grew up somewhere else. They may have traveled all around. They might just be from Northeast. They might just be from New England, but somehow they're just constantly bringing it forward and being together.
For myself, I knew I wanted to work in Boston and not New York. It's a personal preference, but for me, Boston's a little smaller, a little more intimate city, but there's still so much going on. There's so much history here, things to explore, a lot of up and coming, new construction. It's just a hub of science and technology, and it's a great place to work for young professionals.